Torah Resh Pei Bet. When we say we are in, so it means we are in, because we learned it already almost a year, right?
Yeah.
And I think this is the last shiur. I think that I want to make a summary and what you said?
Conclusion?
And conclusions, yeah. Summary and conclusion, what comes out of this Torah. So, what we see and what everyone can see from this Torah, it's the beginning. דע, כי צריך לדון את כל אדם לכף זכות, אפילו מישהו רשע גמור, צריך לחפש ולבקש איזה מעט טוב שבאותו המעט אינו רשע. Yeah? You have to find something good in everyone, even someone that is Rasha. Yeah? You have to find something good in him, because it's not possible that there will be a Jew that didn't do something good in his life. And when you find this point that is good in him, yeah, and you raise it and you bring it up and you admire this point, yeah, you can take him out from the bad place that he is in. Okay, so this we know, and the same with yourself. Find a good point in yourself. You have hard times that you think that you are worthless and there's no reason to live, and what I'm doing here, it's all a waste of time, and all this kind of despair that people get into it. Find something good. You must have something good. You must have some good points in you that you can raise them up. This is the main thing. So, there's people that are so far from this idea that they don't understand what we're talking about. Why? Me? I'm the best. I'm the best man in the world, you know. Yeah, I know he's clever than me, you know. But you know, he's wicked, you know. He has much more money than I have. He's making good money, but he doesn't have any seichel. Only that's all he knows, you know. He's not intelligent. He only knows how to make money. That's it, you know. And you find out, you know, that I am the best. And in each one, I find something that, yeah, he's better than me in this point, but in all the rest of the points, I'm much better than him. So, what Rabbeinu says is, you know, for someone that wants to go into the place of working Hashem, getting close to Hashem, then you start finding all the bad points that you have. If you don't want to be close to Hashem, you can stay all your life the best man, the best person, the best character. I am the best. Yeah? But if you want to get close to Hashem, you want to at least some. So then you find out, I have so many bad points. So then you have to take this idea, this suggestion, this eitzah of finding good points. So we understand the main point of the Torah is to find a good point even in the one that he is a Rasha, the worst man in the world. Find a good point. This is the main idea, yeah? And for myself, on the worst times of my life, yeah, when I'm worthless, so then find a good point. So we ask Rabbi Nachman, if this is your main point, why do you start? דע, כי צריך לדון את כל אדם לכף זכות. You have to know that you have to judge every man favorably. And if we go to this Mishnah, it's a Mishnah in פרקי אבות, yeah, צריך לדון את כל אדם לכף זכות. The מפרשים there, they say, who is כל אדם? Only the one that is with you in Torah and mitzvahs. This is כל אדם. From Benoni, from the middleman and higher. But if he's a Rasha, you don't judge him favorably. So, if Rabbi Nachman says, I have to judge favorably the Rasha, so, you know, it's obvious that I have to judge favorably the middleman and the tzaddik. Why do you have to speak about it? But we come back to this idea. I have a point in me that I want to be the best. Why? Because הצורה מדמה ליוצרה. Yeah? when Hashem created man, He said, "B'tzalmenu kidmutenu." I want to make the man as close as I am. Who is the highest in the world? Hashem. God is the highest in the world. So I have the wish in my soul to be the highest. So my nature is to say everyone is less than me, and that's how I go higher than other people. He says, no, you have to practice to find good points in everyone, even in the people that are the same level as you, the people that are higher than you. You have to find only the good level, and then to come to the point that I look on all the world in a good eye. I always look and search for the good. In everyone, in every person I meet, I only search for the good. I never search for the bad. And if I see the bad, I put him down. Ignore. One bad point in all these good points, it's nothing. I put it away. If it's a friend of mine, and I can speak with him and says to him, listen, you're so good. You have so many good points. Yeah, you're so clever, you're so fast, you're so generous, Yeah, but I think maybe, this point, maybe you can
work on it,
Okay, so you can speak, but better, if you saw it, pray for him. You don't have to speak for him, you just have to pray for him. Because all this Torah is speaking about, I'm looking on this bad man, I find a good point, I judge him favorably because of this good point, I can raise him up, I can bring him up. Okay, this is first point. When I do it with myself, where do I go? When Rabbi Nachman speaks here, okay, you have to judge yourself also. And even if you find a good point, and when you find this good point, for example, I daven shachris. What do you say to yourself? This is a good point. This tefillah is called tefillah. Everything I did it quick. I said, Shalom what happened here? This is not a good point, This is nothing, and everything you look at yourself, this is not a mitzvah. This Shabbos, it doesn't look like Shabbos, I know Shabbos of the tzaddikim. This is Shabbos, but my Shabbos is not. So even when you find a good point in yourself, you find so many black holes in this good point that this good point, you sink it down with the dark times,
Is it?
Why is it like this? Because I know myself the best. But more than this, why is it like this? Because it says in the beginning of the night, the midah of Malchus goes down to the Chitzonim. Goes down to the Sitra Achra, to the Chitzonim, to the evil side of the world. And then she shouts. She gives a big cry. What is the midah of Malchut? Is all the souls of Israel together, they go down. We are very, I don't know how to say it, but the tzaddikim feels it. They have a feeling about it. Yeah, Rabbeinu Ari, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, Rabbi Nachman, Baal Shem Tov, Gaon Mivilna. The tzaddikim, they can feel it. That when the night falls, the soul is very weak. It's hard for us to feel it, especially nowadays. Everything is light and there's electric, and you don't really feel the night when it comes down.
That's the princess and the lost princess, right?
Yeah, this is the
Shekhinah.
Yeah, this is the Shekhinah. But what is the Shekhinah? Is all the souls of Israel.
And that's what Atzilus.
Yeah. So it goes down, and then it gives a big shout. It screams, it hurts. Yeah. And it calls, Zakat Moshel Baksilim. When the stupid, when the stupid people becomes the kings or the rulers, it's very hard for the clever people.
Okay.
Even when you look like in every day. You know, if you have a governor, yeah, or prime minister, that you see that he's clever. Okay, he's religious. He's not really, but he has some seichel in his kopale. Yeah, he has something in his head. Okay, but even you feel that this man is really stupid. You know, it's, wow. You know, it burns you. So the malchus is the sechel, is the real sechel, is the real intelligence of all the Jewish people in all the world. And now it goes down. So it gives a big shout. And when it comes out, you know, at midnight, start growing up from a little small point, and then it goes up and it grows until the morning. She's like a full image. But what is the good time? When we ask, yeah, the Mekubalim, when is the good time? In the morning, when she's a full image?
Chatzot.
In Chatzot, when she starts growing up? Or when she is down?
When she's down.
So, yeah, we'll get the surprise that they will say when she is down. Why? Because this cry that she cries, please take me out of here, it brings all the Kedusha down. And the mashal is like a king that has he had two sons. One was very clever, very intelligent. And one was, you know. So the one that was okay, you know, he made him the minister of the treasures. Yeah? He was responsible of all the treasures. And the clever one, didn't have any job. He only sat next to the king. So everybody was surprised, you know, this one is so clever, is so intelligent. Let him be a minister of something. Yeah? This one that is, okay, you know, he's your son, so you gave him a job like a minister, we understand, but what's the seichel in it? What's the... So he says, this one, he cannot do anything. He needs a little bit of honor, a little bit that people will know that he's the son of the king, and give him respect. But this one, he helps me come up for new things, for new treasures, for new to conquer new countries. Yeah. So him, I need him next to me. When we are down, when the Malchus is down, she conquers, she makes fights with places that don't know Hashem. And now these places, they know Hashem also. And this is the main thing, this is the main reason we are here. To shout, Hashem is here, Hashem is the Barabayit. Okay, so this is the time when I look at myself, I find, even on my good points, I find a lot of black holes. These black holes, I am supposed to make them white. I'm supposed to show them Hashem is ruling even you. And then I make my real job. So when I'm down, this is the real time for the work. When I'm up, okay, it's good, you know. Good times. I daven right. I get up on Chatzot or before the Nates or the Nates or whatever. You know, I do my job. Whatever I took upon myself, this is my Jewish job. I do it okay. But on the time that it's hard for me, this is the time. This is the main time, the main work to do it. Yes. It's hard to remember because when you are down, you are down.
And you're not thinking about it.
And you don't. But what the thing to do is to shout like the Malchus. There's only one cry that is stronger and bitter than the Malchus. The cry that Hashem cries because she fell down.
And we cry, I am a conqueror. Right?
Yeah, this is the cry of the Malchus. But the stronger and the bitter cry is the cry of Hashem. When you see what is happening with us, yeah. So if we think about it a little bit, so we will get we'll take this offer, this way of work, do it. Now all the world is working with this Torah. All the work, all the couching and the alternative ways. They all work with finding good points. But what is the tachlis? What is the goal? Why do I do it? This they don't have. They don't have find good points. But what is the goal? To make more money?
To be happier.
To be what?
To be happier.
To be happier, but a man cannot be happy if he doesn't have a spiritual goal. I have to get to a spiritual place. It's not enough. The money is not enough. And you see it, if the money was enough, so a man would have 20 millions, 100 millions. What do you have to work after it? Finish. You put it in the bank, you buy and you live. But if I won't work, so what do I have to do with my life? Because you don't have any spiritual goal. All your goal is physical. It's only here. You can never be happy. You can never feel good. You always have to work more and more and more. And this shows us, that we have some burn in our heart, that wants more than what I can see. Okay, so now we said this is the main work when we are down. This is the main work. But what comes out of our work when we are going up and then we're going down, this is the way of making music. Because all the music is built from coming up and going down. If you do one note straight, it's not music, it's noise. Even when you shout, even when someone shouts, he has up and down in the shout. Because when he starts, it's very strong, and then he goes down, and then he tries to do it harder, and it goes up again. Like when someone blows the shofar in Rosh Hashanah. You hear it, it's not only straight, it goes up and down. It's not so strong. This is music. This is how you make music. And all the instruments, on the piano you go like this, up and down. On the flute you go like this, up and down. On the guitar you go like this, up and down. On the violin you go like this, up and down. All the instruments, you have to go up and down in order to make music. Even you thought about cello or contrabass. It's not up and down, no. You have to do like this. If you want to get the strings that here, you have to do like this. You want to get the string there, you have to do like this. So again, you go up and down. You go up and down. You must go up and down in order to make music. So I make my music. What will happen in the end? After 120, of course, yeah. I don't give anyone less than 120. Yeah, but 120, after I'll see all my life with the music, like every movie has his music, with him. How do you call it? They call the music that was the subject music that is in the movie. Yeah. So I will have also the music that I made all my life. And this is what Hashem wants to hear. He wants to hear the music that we make. You went down, okay, put yourself up. You are up. Oh, there's so much more to go. There's so much higher to go. There's always more and more and more. I saw, that when you say in the Chasam, you say Kol Sason veKol Simcha, Kol Chatan veKol Kala. So Kol Sason, it says on the Torah. Sason is the Torah, and Sason is happiness that has a little bit of bitter inside. Why? Because when you start getting in the Torah seriously, you understand, I will never finish it.
Right. You don't understand anything.
I will never finish it. It will never end. This perush I heard from Rabbi Yosef. Now, there was many murmuring about him. So he said, when you go into the Torah, you see that whatever I will do, I won't finish it. It will go and go and go. So for us, for sure, but I have to go. So this is the Sason. I'm happy, but there's a point of bitter inside. I'm not going to finish. Okay, like this is what I feel about this Torah. I don't want to live this Torah. I want to start it again. From the beginning. Because it's I missed so many things. And we only read it. We didn't read the Likutei Halachos, and we didn't. But you have to put an end to everything and start something.
It's like Torah Vav. It's the same thing.
Yeah, Torah Vav also. We didn't want to finish it, but Baruch Hashem. So this is the nigunim. This is the music that we make. So when we are down, it's one of the good points that we can think about it. Okay, now I'm making music. I have to be here. Hashem sent me here. He sent me here to find new good places, to find in this darkness new good points. And, this is how I make music. I'm doing a work for the king. I'm conquering new lands, new countries for him. And I'm making the good music that he likes to hear. Wow! I can be happy again. I can start again. Because someone that is not, why it's so important to be happy? Because someone that is not happy cannot do anything. Yeah. Even if he does something, like he has to go to work, for example, he has to go to work. His wife is waking him up. He has to go to work. I won't go to work. I won't have anything to eat. So he goes to work, but this is not a good worker. He doesn't make the amount of work that he could do when he was happy. So this is the second point, and this point of the music we will learn in Torah Nun Dalet. This is the place of the music.
Is it sometimes when if we have a Russia, we try to find the good point, but the bad point or points that we're looking at is something that's in us also.
Yeah.
So we don't like that, and the way to take it out, is to put it onto the other person.
Yeah.
So
but he really has it,
He has it.
Yeah.
But you might have it also. So.
Okay. So it doesn't make it good.
Right.
Doesn't make. I have it also, So that's why it hurts me so much. Because I have it also. This is with your kids. This is what happened with the kids. What happened with the kids? Why you get annoyed on the kids? Because you see yourself. It's my character, This guy is my character. He's stubborn, he cannot put anything into his head. Who gave it to him? I gave it to him. But now, now that I'm older, I understand it's not good to be so stubborn. You have to listen to people. Maybe people know something better than you. Yeah. But he has to go his way until his head will be open, until his heart will open. But I have to find the good point. Good point. This is not to judge I cannot judge the Russia favorably. He says I cannot judge him. I must find a good point, and from this good point, start work to find that he can be much better. And then I find I'm making music. I'm making something new. And the one that can do this music, the general music of all of Israel, is the tzaddik. That he can find a good point in each one of us, all the time. What we have to do, to help this tzaddik, is come to his minyan. Because he's the Shliach Tzibur. He stands and prays in front of Hashem for all of Israel. So we have to be there. It doesn't mean that we have to be physical in his Bet Knesset, in his shul, yeah? But we have to be connected to him. How we are connected to him? When we learn his books, yeah? When we take his ideas, then we are connected to him. When we try to teach other people, yeah, bring other people closer to these books, to these ideas. If we can send someone to Uman, he's very good, give him, if you can buy him a ticket, wow, it's very good. What is the story, I have a friend, he has, I don't know, maybe 6 boys. And he wanted to go to Uman, but how can I go to Uman without these kids? I cannot leave them here, And he didn't have the money, he's a soifer. So he's making his parnasa, but that's it. So he had 2 tickets, for him and for the older son or for the young son. Then he went to his brother. His brother is a lawyer in Tel Aviv. He went to his brother, and the lawyer has each lawyer has the place where he had the stage where he made. So the woman that was above his brother came in, and they spoke something about the trial that they had. Yeah. And he told them what the Torah says about it. And he explains it. Wow, and they were sitting like this, Wow. So she said to him, you need anything now? He said, yeah, I need 5 tickets for Uman, for Rosh Hashanah. 5 tickets is 5 times $600, whatever, She took a check on the place. She wrote a check for me. She sent all these kids. And this guy, he says to me, each year, every year, something happens, with this, with the tickets to Uman. Something happens, he doesn't have to wait. He knows something will happen. In the last moment, in the first moment, something will happen and he will manage to take his kids and leave his wife only with the girls, Maybe they have, I don't know how many girls they have. Sons I see in the school. Okay, so this is how we come into the minyan, into the tzibur, into the klal that belongs to this tzaddik that finds good points and give us the power to find good points. And this tzaddik is the Moshe Rabbeinu of our generation. And Moshe Rabbeinu, when he starts learning Torah, he starts from Sefer Vayikra. Yeah, Vayikra el Moshe. Okay? Vayikra el Moshe is the first time Hashem calls Moshe to the Mishkan, to the Oel Moed, where he reveals to Am Yisrael. So Vayikra, this is the place where all the kids start learning the Torah. And each kid has his own place, how he gets into the Torah, how he understands the Torah. And this is a very hard job, This is a very hard job that no one can teach no one this job. Like to be a melamed, to be a teacher of the kids, of the tinokot, the babies, they are babies, they start 3 years old, 4 years old, they start learning, they are babies. Who can teach someone else how to teach these babies? No one can teach no one. And this is one of the reasons, the Jewish education, they don't have a school of education, how to educate. It has to come out of you. You come, you start working like a ganenet. How do you say ganenet?
Nursery teacher.
Nursery teacher, yeah. You change the diapers and you take care of them and you wipe the nose and you get close to the kids. You have to have the feeling. And the teacher, the older than you, he tells you, this. And that's how you learn how to be a teacher. And then you go to the first grade, when they are 3, you start teaching them Aleph Bet, and then you can go to teaching them Mishnah and Torah and like this. But there's no way to teach how to teach, because I have to find out each kid, his personality. Where is the point where I can make him love the Torah? Where is this point? I don't know. Only this big tzaddik, this is the last sentence of the Torah, אצל איזה צדיק הם מקבלים הבל פיהם, שעל ידו הם קוראים ונכנסים בתורה. How can they read and go into the Torah? Well, there's no words, there's no words to explain. To go into the Torah, like now we say, we are in this Torah, we're in it. It's not that we learn, like mathematics, geographic. Yeah? Okay, I know, I'm not in it. I know it's knowledge, but I don't live inside this Torah. This Torah, we live inside this Torah. We live inside it. All our life is the Torah. This is how we live. If we don't have the protection of the Torah around us, we don't live. It's not a Jewish life. Okay, we live. We breathe, we eat, we drink, but it's not the Jewish life. The Jewish life is when I am in the Torah, and that's why Rabbi Nachman said, I want you to go with the Torah all your life. To go, take a Torah out of the Likutei Moharan and walk with this. 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, 8 months, 2 years. Rav Shmuel Shapira was with Torah Lamed Vav, 36, 20 years. 20 years. This is the Torah of Tznius. Tikkun Abri. He was 20 years. He walked with this Torah. But this Torah, Resh Pei Bet, Rabbeinu said, you can be with Torah Lamed Vav, with Torah Nun Daled, with everything, but this you have to read it again and again and again and again all your life. Never leave this Torah, because this is the main Torah. What does this Torah supposed to do to us? If I'm looking on the good points of everyone, means I can start live my own life. You, who are you? So it's the same, who are you? You are not who you think you are, and you are not what people think you are. You are what you think people think about you. So you never know what people think about you. What do they think? They look at you, no, they hate me. No, they love me. How do you know what they think, How do you know? You never know. So how can I live my own life if I'm dependent on other people? I cannot live my own life. I don't know who I am. But if I look in good eye, so everybody is okay. Everybody is good. Everybody has good points. They have bad points, but I put them on the side. But I know that they all have good points. I have good points. So my value, who I am, what is my value, depends only on me. And it's not possible that I will be bad, because I am Jewish. I have a good point. At least one good point. And in this good point, this is the good point why Hashem sent me here to this world. To do this tikkun of this point that I have in me. So I'm doing my job. You cannot do it for me, and you cannot do it for me, and no one can do it for me. Not even the tzaddik can do it for me. He can help me. He can show me from where I can go inside, from which point I can go inside the Torah. What is my point? Where I go in the Torah? And it changes, because in the beginning you are 5 years old, and then you are 18, and then you are 20, and then you are 30, then you are 50, and then you are 60, and it changes all the time. What? Stop. Go down, start going down, 50, 40, 30. No, I don't want to go back. I tell you the truth. I had enough. Every age has his
good points.
His good points, and his good time, and okay.
What about going back, knowing what you know now?
I don't know.
But you do that now. That's why Rabbi Nachman says you do teshuvah al teshuvah. Right?
Yeah.
So that's how you go back.
This is how I go back. Nachon. It's above the time when you make tshuva. Yeah, but physically I stay here, and I'm getting to the end, and I finish my job. I hope to finish my job to find out what is my job. That's why what we say. In each point of life, you have to go back into the Torah. So it can be very hard, because you think, I didn't start anything. What did I do all my life? If now I have to start again, so what did I do before? What you did before, you did.
Sure.
I did it. Good. If I'm close to the tzaddik took it, he made it look as good as it can be, and that's it. Now I have to go, what is my job now? What do I have to do now? Yeah, before I learn a lot of Gemara, before I learn a lot of Halacha, now I have to learn Kabbalah, for example. Now I have to learn Likutei Moharan, Likutei Halachot. And now I have to do this mitzvah or the other mitzvah. Each time there was one rabbi that he used to go to Tel Aviv. All the areas, he was very good. And he stopped. One day he stopped. So I went to him, asked him what happened. He said, this was my job up to now. And from now, this is my job to be at home and learn at home. And he made a yeshiva, small yeshiva, and give a shiur in the yeshiva. That was the job, and up to here. From here, I have to do. Maybe when it will come again, but now this is. How do you know? How do you know? I know from the what they call the signs for the cars.
For the cars?
Yeah, you have signs. Stop.
Stop.
Street signs.
Street signs. There's a street sign. Stop. So when you try to do something and you see it doesn't work, it means stop. Look for the right. Look for the left. Look up. Look down. Find where Hashem wants me to go. If it doesn't work, it's not this man. It's not this officer. It's not. Hashem told me stop. Up to here.
Do something else.
Do something else. So look what you have to do. Sometimes it can take you a long time to find exactly what I have to do now. But look, Hashem, what do you want from me? And give a shout, give a big shout, scream like the Malchus. Because you have to know and remember, Hashem is screaming towards me. Shout, Ehud, I want to help you, I want to help you, I want to give you. Why do you close your eyes? Why you don't open your eyes? And look, I show you, go there. So Ehud says, I don't see anything. Look, stop asking me what you want. Don't tell me what you want. I know exactly what you want, but it's not what I want. And it's not what's good for you. Like the kid, you give him one sweet, you want hundreds. It's not good for him. I'm not going to give it to him. If his parents will give them, okay, I cannot do it. But me, even that I'm his grandfather, and grandparents, they give a lot of sweets, yeah? There's a limit. Because it's not good for him. As I say, if you have someone that is sensitive for bread, you don't give it to him. You don't give it to him. It's not good for you. So I come to Hashem and say, Hashem, I want. He says to me, it's not good for you. Go there. So stop shouting, I want. And start shouting, what do you want? Hashem, what do you want? What do you want me to do now? What should I do now? And I thank Hashem, thank you very much that you let me do so many good things. And I'm so happy that I did all these good things. I'm sorry for the bad things I did on the way, but now tell me what I should do. And if I go like this, I will find it in the end. The story, one of the big stories of Rabbi Nachman, when he was on his last days in Uman. In Uman he lived only for half a year. Yeah? So he stayed in someone's house, and he had a room. And the Balabai came and opened the door. The door wasn't locked. And he saw Rabbi Nachman, lies on the floor and crying, please help me, I want to be a good Jew. I want to be a good Jew, after all these lessons that he gave, after all the work that he did all his life, he's lying on the floor. I want to be a good Jew. I want to do what you want. So if he could ask it, for sure we can ask it. Even though he was younger than us. Yeah, he was really a young man. But still, he was so high, and he asked, please help me. So I can also ask, please help me. I want to do what you want to do. And what you want me to do, this is the good thing for me. And this is my tikkun. And this is what will happen after 120, when I come to my Garden of Eden, I will find it nice and comfortable and happy, because each one of us is a part of a big body. And if I am the nail of the small finger in the foot, the toe, yeah, and I did my job, I will be much happier than the one that belongs to the eyes or the ears, and he didn't do his job. So it doesn't matter to what part I belong. I don't have to be the greatest Talmid Chochem, but I have to be the greatest worker. This is what I have to do. I have to work. I have to find out how I'm coming to a point that I'm working hard. As hard as possible. Okay, so I hope we made a summary out of this Torah.
Do you ever get to the point that you know that you not that you finished, but you
digested it.
Digested it?
Digested it, for sure I digested it. Why? Because I feel hungry. So I feel I forgot. It's not that you forget. It's not really that you forget, but you don't live in it. If you don't read it again and again and again, like one of the Rabbi Chabin Rav, he was a genius. He remembered everything. So someone came over to him, and said to him, "How do you?" The Chabin, Kochav Yaakov. Yeah, he was amazing, So someone came to him, and asked him, "How come you remember everything?" He says, "No, I don't have any memory. I just go over it all the time." He would finish all the shas, in 1 month. But he would go over and over and over, So he had this seder that he learned good, but he had this seder that he was going on and on all the time. So I don't have to remember. I just read it. Because he was a worker. You have to be a worker. This is what we have to do. We have to be workers. I know I'm a worker of Hashem, and I have to know myself and get out of the influence of what is around me. How do I get out of the influence? By finding good points. Because when you fight your surrounding, you are connected to them not in a good way. In a way that they influence you, bad feelings.
Yeah.
But if it's okay, he shouted at me. Wow. He didn't speak right, it was really, it wasn't. I went to the shop, So the guy in the shop asked me, to write my name and the date. So I wrote the date, the Christian date. So someone from the guy in the queue says to me, "What? Well, you forgot you're Jewish. You cannot write Jewish like this, I didn't answer, but I thought to myself, really, why did I write the Jewish date? Because the guy works with a normal calendar, the calendar is it's not the Jewish calendar. If I write him now Chav Gimel Tishrei, he don't know what I'm speaking about, So, but I didn't answer him, why? Because it's a good thought, to think, we are Jewish, we are in Israel, we have to go by the Jewish calendar and write the Jewish date, He's right. Okay, so I'm his friend. He's my friend. He only said something right. But I did what I think is right to do, but I'm not mad at him. I don't go out of the shop with bad feelings. So I don't live my life with bad feelings. And then when I have the time to be a worker. to work for Hashem, to come closer to Hashem. This is the tachlis that I have to go to. B'ezrat Hashem, next week, Torah Nun Dalet. Shekoyach, Shekoyach.